Hi guys, here we are today with today's Daily Gem. It's Susan Christie, and we're at the Machosen Fair. We're getting set up right now, and it's originally how I met Susan. We came by the table and we were really impressed by these magical books that she's creating. That really, I'm gonna get her to explain them, but um, this is like a little example of the books, and we're gonna get Susan to kind of like explain a little bit about who she is and what you do. So, hi, Susan.
Hi.
Hi. So, what is it? What is it that you do? What is it? A little bit of who are you and what are you up to here?
I've always enjoyed working with my hands, doing something with different textures. I'm a big mixing textures person. And so I'm always looking for something different to do to just pass the time and not so much, make a business out of it as it is just making it for my own pleasure. And bonus if it sells, and if it doesn't, it sits in my house and, um, brings energy.
Yes.
But this in particular was a big success when I first showed it, and they've gone off really well, and I'm continuing to make them now for other people.
Great. So, it's a craft, and crafts are designed that you put your own personal energy into the craft, and you put it out there, and hopefully someone will sort of resonate with it. Is a good word that we like
Yes,
to use.
absolutely.
And we've decided that they're kind of like a space. When somebody sees us, they go, "Oh, I know what I'm gonna put inside of that." And what are some of the ideas that people have thought of what they would do?
There's a poet in Ontario that uses the small ones, carries it with him, and when he just stops for a break and he's inspired by the scenery around him or something that's going on, he puts his poetry in that. One was sold for a beach wedding guest book.
Yep.
Very unique. One was made for a memorial for their friend. They were making a scrapbook.
Yep.
Memorial. So those are some really unique ideas, and that's humbling when people are inspired that way with them. They're not just silly ideas. They're really emotionally connected to it.
Yeah, that's really nice. So you put the inspiration that comes to people when they saw it. I know I wanted to give this as a wedding gift, poets. Something special has to go into this. So you're creating something people can identify that, that is that they can relate to, and something special. I wanted to look at the intricacies. I thought that was really neat. Everyone is like a little bit different. You've got the cardboard or the paper. It's like, what is it called?
It's brown paper bags.
Brown paper bag, which everyone can relate to, and then you designed it certain special kind of unique worn sort of way that provides some kind of texture that's looks like it's alive. It's got some story to it, and little metal bits and the string and the little
again, just the mixture of the textures I really love.
Yeah, it really is attractive. How did you get to doing this kind of thing? A little bit about even doing crafts or doing these books. What was the idea behind that?
I was just looking for something different. I had make wands.
Yeah.
I was making material cuff bracelets, and then from there I ran across this simple idea, and I took that simplicity and advanced it into something bigger and more in depth.
Okay, so in depth, a lot of people looking for like direction and healing and things like that, and that's kind of like where your inspiration is coming from. And when we talk about energy, that means there's something kind of more out there that we are following. So that gets people's awareness into that there's something, you're showing people that there's something kind of more beautiful than just what meets the eye.
Right. There's no one the same from another, and that to me is very important, because that's what brings the energy, is when they're a one-of-a-kind item.
Yes. Great. Okay, well, I want to thank you for making such a wonderful item like the books and the wands, and continuing to get your personal energy that I feel is really magical, wonderful to get out there. If you had a piece of advice to share to tell everyone that you kind of came over, you have a bit of wisdom that you've came up with over your years that help you get through anything. What would you like to share?
You know, we're all intuitive, and I believe that we all get infused with ideas. Follow those ideas and try to go outside of your box. You know, don't think of it as, well, it's not going to sell. That's not what everybody wants to buy. It's not for everybody. It doesn't need to be for everybody. It needs to be for the person that it's meant to be for.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing, is don't try to be like everybody else. Follow your own ideas and go outside of that box.
Great. And just let them come to you specifically.
Absolutely.
That's the magical part, and the intimacy
That's the part when I say it's bonus if it sells, because if it doesn't, I still put my energy into it and love doing it.
Okay, so follow your heart and your intuition and
Absolutely.
things, and don't deny that fact in yourself. Great, thanks. If you had somebody to nominate as a daily gem, who would you like to nominate?
Nancy Waterfall.
Okay.
She is in Niagara, Ontario.
Okay. And what does Nancy Waterfall do?
She makes hand beaded willow and beaded what are they called? Dream catchers.
Dream catchers.
No patterns.
No
So
patterns.
she's completely intuitive. She's a very intuitive spiritual woman. And she has a name for each pattern that she does. And again, very unique and one of a kind.
So just like a tree grows, just like a child is born, you have no idea what the pattern is. It just goes.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And all different sizes, and she can ship them anywhere.
Wonderful. Okay, so Nancy Waterfall, we'll hopefully get a chance to meet you. And also, Susan, just for being a daily gem, I don't know if you've ever been to Souk, but Dave at the Stick in the Mud Coffee House is going to give you a free Vicino coffee that you can go buy at the Speed Stick as well. So that's a contribution.
Very cool. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Susan. You're a gem.
Thank you.